Hey gang, so we're here. This is the last panel for today. We still have more tomorrow, but for today, this is the last panel. And it's with the Hollywood Good Witch and my good friend, Patti Negri. Now, a lot of you watching were probably there last year at the in-person OC Paracon, and you were also, because there were a lot of people there, at Patti Negri's seance. That's how we ended that Saturday night a year ago. I've always said Patti's seances are magical. Last year, if you remember, Walt Disney himself dropped by and said hello. Not in person, his voice came through. So you can't get any more magical than having Walt Disney. I think it had to do with the fact that Disneyland was literally across the street or a couple of blocks away from where we were last year for OC Paracon, but it can't get more magical than that. Now, we're not going to do that here now, and I know, but how many of you are investigators? How many of you have the most up-to-date, state-of-the-art tools, even tools that not everybody has yet? Well, good. I bet you there's one that you didn't even know you had. Best part, doesn't cost you anything. You're born with it. It's your intuition. In a moment, Patti's about to tell you how and why you should add your intuition to your bag of tools as an investigator.
Thank you so much, Henry. I am thrilled to be here. I want to thank you very much for letting me again be a part of this wonderful Paracon. There goes my paperwork. I am happy to be here. For anybody out there, my name is Patti Negri. I am a psychic, I am a medium, I am known as the Good Witch of Hollywood. But what I want to talk about today is everybody kind of has this gift. I'm not expecting everybody to say that they're a psychic or a medium and hang a shingle on their door. But we're born with this gift of sight and intuition and knowledge. And if you're watching this at all, you're involved in the paranormal or interested in the paranormal, which means you probably have that gift and you want to know more of it. So what we're going to do today is just go over a few tips and tricks and ideas that can help you develop your own gift. So first thing I want everybody to do, I'm holding down my papers. This is fun. It's windy. First thing I want everybody to do, wherever you're sitting watching this, I want you to do a 360 around, just looking around your room, wherever you are, like slowly go like this. And go all the way around, or you can go halfway around, just looking around your room. And then come back right here. You probably know your room. It's probably a room you sit in often. But right now, I want you to close your eyes. Not if you're driving. Don't do this if you're driving. But if you're not driving and you're not operating heavy machinery, just kind of close your eyes for a second. Now, I want you in your mind to do that again. Do that same 360 or two 180s. Close your eyes and picture yourself doing it. Okay. Now I want you to think about it. How were you seeing things? Was it very visual for you, where you were seeing where the corner is, where the lamp is, where the dog or cat is? Or were you just on your inner mind seeing where the things are? Or was it an emotional thing, seeing like, I feel like this over here, oh, there's the door, I want to get out, whatever that is. This is a really good way to see what your senses that you use the best and that you use the most of. Because we use it clairvoyance. She's a clairvoyant. She's clairsentient, claircognizant. What that is our five senses: seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, or just knowing, but from the sixth sense point of view. And again, we in this regular world put so much attention on what we see and what we hear. So if you're on a paranormal investigation, I see somebody over there. I see there's a shadow man over there. You might be seeing them with your outside eyes. There's a shadow man. You might just be seeing it with your inside eyes, not with your outside. I see a shadow man. Or you might just be knowing there's a shadow man. And in the paranormal world, they're all equally valid. And for those of you who are more gifted or want to go there, a lot of you work with people. You might do seances or do mediumship. And these are stuff that you can develop. So it's really good to know what your strong suits are and then what's the one you want to develop. So first off, I'm going to tell you what the different clairs are. Clairvoyance means clear seeing. I see what this is going on over here. Clairaudience means clear hearing. Whether it's a knock, you hear it on the outside, or maybe just your inner ear is hearing it. That's clairaudience. Clairsentience means clear feeling. And everybody does this one. How much you walk into a room and go, I just feel like this, or I feel something in this space, especially if you're into our paranormal world. That's clairsentience. Now, clairalience means clear smelling. How many of you have walked into, well, not even just a haunted house, walked somewhere and going, I smell Grandpa's pipe or his old cigar that I haven't smelled in years, or that smells like Grandma's perfume. It's something that spirits are really able to show us. It's something that really comes up when we're on paranormal investigations or into haunted places. And that is one of our 6 senses that we really can develop. Now, clairgustance, that means clear tasting. A lot of people don't pay attention to that one. That's actually one of my strongest senses to, if talking or dealing with deceased people, to actually kind of figure out how they died often. How many people is like you're working with it and you go, I don't know, I just got a weird taste in my mouth. That may be from a spirit. Often I'm able to really see, like I said, illnesses or how they died. All of a sudden there's a really metallic taste in your mouth. That's often the taste of blood. If you've ever cut yourself and, oh yeah, that's what that taste is. That is one of our clair senses that we have. Now, going back into the last one we're going to talk about, there's a few more, is claircognizance. That is clear knowing. You may not see the man in the corner, you just know he is there. Or I feel there's someone standing behind me. I see there's someone standing behind me. You could smell or taste someone behind you, or you might just know they are. So that is what these senses are that we want to develop. Now, how do we develop them? The easiest thing to do is just get out of your own way, because we are our own worst enemy always, always. I talk a lot left brain and right brain. Our left is our logical reasoning, 1 + 1 = 2. It gets us through our day-to-day life. I go to work, stop at red lights, eat when you're hungry. That's our left logical brain telling us what to do. Our right brain, that's our intuitive, our creative, our spiritual side, our artist side. This is the side that we communicate with spirits with. We, of course, also think with our gut, and that's those kind of, in the moment, my gut tells me I better do this. And we also think with our heart. Now, science is actually kind of figuring out that we have some thinking cells in our human heart. You know, shamans, psychics, spiritual people have known that forever. But actually, when our heart tells us something, it's the purest way of telling it of our own thoughts, because it is not going to be colored by our upbringing or what society tells us or what our parents. My heart tells me I should do this. Always listen. But let's go back into wanting to open up to the spirit world, whether it's ghosts and spirits, deceased dead people, whether it's our spirit guides, or if it's just other elementals or other beings or angelic realm that wants to talk to us. First thing we want to do is shut down our left brain. Now we're going to have to bring it back because we're going to have to actually kind of use it to decipher. But it is the thing that's going to get in the way. Say if you're going, that feeling thing, again, develop that feeling all the time. But all of a sudden you're going, well, I've been thinking about Grandma a lot lately. I kind of feel or sense Grandma's standing behind me. Just say yes. Okay, Grandma's standing behind me. Don't second guess it. Just don't say, well, Grandma can't, that's crazy. I don't want to think that. You just shut it down. Oh, maybe somebody just opened a window. Then you just shut it down. Just say yes to everything. Yes, Grandma's behind me. Hi, Grandma, do you have any messages for me? Hi, Grandma. See where it lands in your body. Our body, all the equipment we use, and I love equipment, though I'm not a techie. Our K2 meters, our parapods, or this, or that. The best equipment we have is our body. Where does that hit you in their body? So as soon as you go logic, you shut it down. So just say, yes, Grandma, I am here. Now, if you want to analyze it, which you probably should, wait 2 hours. 2 hours. Was that really Grandma or was that indigestion? And then you figure it out. Wow, I really think that was Grandma. It started me thinking about her lasagna recipe or something. Or it was just like, no, I think that was just wishful thinking. There's no right or wrong. And know that the less judgmental you are, the more you will develop it. And the big thing is, the more you're not afraid of being wrong, the more right you will be. When I teach my mediumship classes, when I teach my clairvoyance classes, it's like, even like people with reading, it's like, oh my gosh, I see this woman standing over here, and she's tall and she's thin. Oh, I'm afraid to say it. I'm afraid to say it. I'm afraid to say it. You've just talked yourself out of it. Just say it. There's a tall woman over here. If you're wrong, so what? Maybe nobody knows her, maybe you didn't see her. But if it's right, the person next to you going, oh yes, that's my tall grandma. Is she wearing a ponytail? Yes. A really good example of this is, again, not getting your left brain in the way. I was doing a seance a couple of years ago around my dining room table, where I've been doing them for years. And amazingly, and you guys can practice with this, animals and pets are some of the first ones to come in when the veil is raised, if you're doing mediumship or a seance. So I'm used to who's got the three-legged German Shepherd, or there's a little poodle here. But all of a sudden, in my Hollywood dining room, a giraffe came in. A giraffe. And there's Hollywood or just regular LA people sitting around the table. I'm like going, I wanted to second guess myself, going, no one here had a pet giraffe. No, I don't think there's a giraffe here. I'm not going to say there's a giraffe here. But because I trained myself well, I just went, okay, this might seem odd, but a giraffe just came into my dining room, and I think it belongs to one of you. And unbeknownst to me, one of the women sitting at the table had actually grown up on an animal preserve in South Africa. And had I any worried about being wrong or self-doubted myself, I would never have said that. And me saying that made everybody around the table go, oh wow, she must really be seeing things on the other side of the veil. Because you actually do kind of need, if you're doing this with people, you kind of need that confirmation thing. Because if everything's too vague and butterflies and fairy tales and flowers are going to go, well, anybody can say that. So it's a good thing to ask spirits, once you are communicating with them, going, give me something that only Henry would know. Give me something only Crystal would know. Okay, you used to always wear unmatching socks on purpose, didn't you? How'd you know that? I don't know that, the spirits. I'm just the conduit. I'm just the conduit. So just practice that. There's lots of ways to practice shutting down your left brain. Breathing techniques, it's really great. Meditation techniques, it's something that, again, can help us in every area of our life. And it doesn't have to be a big hour-long, I'm going to meditate here, cross-legged and a thing. No, it could be a few minutes. Actually, I'm the queen in my book of 30 seconds. I don't have 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes to do a lot of things. I have 30 seconds to pull it together. And if we have time, I might even go over those exercises, because I promise they will balance you out and put you in a space where you really can open up to spirit. Now, as we're getting ready to open up to spirit, my biggest rule, and I don't have a lot of rules, are be respectful. Whether you're on a paranormal investigation, or whether you're doing mediumship, or you're doing a seance, or playing with a Ouija board, or working with your dowsing rods, which are all tools to help, be respectful. The only time I've ever seen anybody really get into trouble, including myself, is when somebody got disrespectful. So nobody wants to be yelled at. Spirits don't want to be yelled at. And if you really want them to communicate with them, be nice. And luckily, the paranormal world in the last several years have gone that direction from the provoking days of old. And you will get way better results, and you'll have less damage, because spirits, whether they be, and I'm not talking everything's a demon. I think demons get way too much credit for everything. I think 90% of what people think are demons are just cranky ghosts. Cranky in life, cranky in death, and if you're yelling at them, they're going to hit back. They might scratch you, they might kick you, they might push you down the stairs, which I have been done. I've been everything from thrown against the back of a chair and had the cartilage ripped off my ribs from the Black Dahlia killer, to actually somebody bursting into flames at Marilyn Manson's house because somebody got disrespectful. Happy endings on everything, but be respectful, be careful, and don't jump in the deep end until you know how to swim. Go slowly. Even with paranormal investigation, if you're going into a place, go with someone else. If you don't know what you're doing yet, start out with a team. Go on some group things where you can learn stuff, because it's real and it's out there. So start out with a nice, friendly haunted house. Start out talking to grandma or the kid who died in school when you were little, and then work your way up into like the Black Dahlia killer. I promise you will get there, and it'll be a lot easier. Also, for protection, always do protection. Again, have your water wings on. Work within your belief system or religion. If you have a certain way of doing things, work within your faith. Call in the Christ-like, work with Jesus. If you work with angels, call in your angelic realm. I work a lot with dragon energy because it's powerful. It's crossroads magic. So, but set up your parameters, set up your own boundaries, who or what gets in. Again, whether you're just trying to open up your own clairvoyant senses or you're playing with that Ouija board. You don't just go, anybody out there? Anybody come in? Anybody? Do you want anybody to walk into your house? No. You want the serial killer next door? No. Be picky about who and what the boundaries are. And know who you're going to call if it gets a little too far out there. Have your own protection techniques, your own shutdown techniques. When somebody caught in a fire at the Marilyn Manson house, I called in my dragons and shut it down. And weirdly, where the blistering was on this poor person's back, totally looked like he had got a tattoo of a dragon. Open mouth, sharp teeth, winged head into the shape of a serpent. Those dragons came in and protected him. And now he has a tramp stamp of a dragon on his back, which is pretty cool. But know who you're going to call, what you're going to do. My biggest thing to do is in anything is protection. Again, work within your belief system, protective bracelets, protective amulets. I always put oil on the back of your head. Remember, the biggest portal on your body is the back of your head, right where your head and neck come together. We want this open. We want our third eye open, because that's what we're developing right here. We want to see the spirits. We want to know what room is active. We want this open up. But this one back here, we want to shut it down, because that's where we get in. That's why I think about it. When you pray, you bow your head to spirit to open that up. So if you have some protective oil, put it back there. Olive oil, no oil at all. Just say, I'm shutting this down. Nobody's getting in there. I'm going to open this up for this whole crown of illumination. So now we're going to go day to day and how to just develop these new senses. The last thing we want is what we tend to do. Phoned in, asleep at the wheel, automatic pilot. The zombies, I go to work, I come home. I go to work, I go home. Instead, on your going to work one day, go a different route. Take a different thing. Be aware of what's around there. Look at the streets as you're driving by going, I'm sensing something here. This seems like a not happy part of the block. Oh, I'm going through a scary neighborhood. Is it really scary because it's like a scary neighborhood? Or are you feeling something happen there? Look at stuff. Start looking inwards to how you feel or sense about things, because it's literally like going to the gym for your sixth sense. And we have to practice and we have to be aware. Take walks in the park and notice the flowers. Notice how you're affected by different colors, by different scents. Because when you get further into opening up your senses, then you start learning your own language. Literally, we all have a spirit language. It's like learning Spanish or learning French. It's learning your spirit language. Like, we all have a tell. It's like, oh, goosebumps. Everybody knows that one. Oh, I got the chills. Yes, that means spirit's here. Yeah, it does. Some people get tingly fingers. Some people get little tummy aches, get belly aches. My ears burn. Start knowing what your personal tells are, where you feel it in your body, heaviness, lightness, because that's how you're going to connect with spirits and know things are there. If you're just oblivious to it all, you're going to just stay oblivious to everything going on, and there'll be a party going on and you'll miss the whole thing. So I hope that makes sense. Practice things, practice those room scans, practice quieting your mind. And now that's hard to do. So the more you try, the more it is. Just when a thought comes in, just go, okay, let it go. Basic meditation. Feel it, let it go. When you go to bed at night, try my dream school technique. When we are asleep, the biggest thing, like I said, that gets in our way is our left logical brain. Guess what? That gets out of our way when we're asleep. So when you go to bed, try my dream school technique. Literally put a glass of water, a plain old, preferably a glass of tap water by the side of your bed when you go to bed. Now, don't drink it. I don't think anybody should drink water next to their bed unless it's in a sealed bottle, because it collects everything. That's why it tastes so bad in the morning. It's not just, oh, it got dusty or the cat drank it. No, it collects emotions and spirits and who knows what. So have your drinking water sealed, but have your dream water open. And then it's a battery. It's a battery and it's a conduit for spirit. So whether you're talking to God or your spirits or your ancestors or your guides, this water is going to be a conduit. I want to talk to and get to know my ancestors or my guides. I want to know what outfit to wear tomorrow. I want to, what is the meaning of life? Or you show me, you, my higher spirits, my higher self, show me what I need to know, and go to sleep. And guess what? You will start getting it in dream time. It's like, oh wow, Grandma did come visit me and she did give me that secret ingredient to the lasagna. It's amazing. And sometimes you just get in downloads. You don't remember the dream, whether you had it or not, but just like, now you know things. That's what we call downloads. So do that at night. In the morning, before you get up, if you have a set time you get up, set your alarm for about 10 minutes before. Like I get up at 7 o'clock, at 10 minutes to 7, set the alarm. When the first alarm goes off, go, I have to get up. No, I don't have to get up. Hit the snooze button and ask a question of spirit, of your higher self, whoever you're talking to. Or what I usually do is I just go, okay, give me clarity, focus, and direction for today. Go back to sleep. You're still in a different brainwave. Go back to sleep. In 10 minutes or so, when your real alarm goes off, wake up. Guess what? You will have clarity, focus, and direction, or whatever you ask for. Grab a pencil, grab a paper, and just jot down anything. If you had a dream, jot it down. If you had any emotions you had, write it down. If you can't think of anything, don't even censor yourself. Write, this is stupid. Patti doesn't know what she's talking about. Here's my shopping list for today. But do that, and you will be surprised what comes out of you, like, wow, where did this come from? You, your higher self, your guides, your spirits. It's a really good way for those interested in learning automatic writing, which is a really nice way to communicate with spirits. It's a really nice way to learn automatic writing. And then you get up, I say set your intention for the day, maybe by the moon cycle. Moon is waiting, I'm gonna let go of things today I don't need. The moon is waxing, I'm gonna add things into my life I want. Throw out the water, or water the plants. I consider it kind of fertilized water. Throw out the water and go about your day. And you will be training that right brain, clairvoyant, magical side of your brain to be open to everything on that other side of the veil. Another good thing to do is really separate those sides of the world. In my witchcraft world, we have our magical broom. We don't really fly through the clouds on the broom. I'm working on that. But where we fly on the broom is between the realms, is between the worlds. That's what a witch's journey is, into the realms. But we separate it. Like if we lay our broom down, on this side is the mundane world, that left brain we were talking about, logical, 1 + 1 = 2. On this side, magic can happen. Anything, fairies exist, angels, ghosts, can talk to grandma. The more you separate those two, whether it's a broom lying down or now I'm going into spirit talk, and then where you separate coming out of it. Like I always like people to eat something sweet before going a seance or mediumship. In the Victorian age, they always did it as something magical. I really think it has to do with blood sugar. It raises your blood sugar, which makes you more aware and more intuitive, which is great. Afterwards, I always have people eat something salty because it will help ground you, or touch something iron. Anything will just ground you right away. And then I say, get really mundane, laugh, tell jokes, watch silly TV. The more you separate the two worlds, the stronger both will get. You won't be looking at, dead people's mothers at the grocery store. You don't want to be Long Island medium. And in the magical world, you leave the other world behind. So just something to think about and practice as you are going. So these little tips, again, being aware of what you're strong, like the practicing when you're walking around, where your senses, being aware of your body and where you get the tingling, where you get the knowing. Practice simple things like cards, regular playing cards. The next one's going to be black. The next one's going to be red. The next one's going to be whatever that is. like I said, the more you're not afraid of being wrong, the more right you will be in practice. Like, I was right once, yay! Just keep it going. Then, work with color. Like, if you have a bunch of ribbon, like wrapping ribbon, put different color ribbons in a bag. Put your hand to the bag going, this feels like a red ribbon. This feels like a green ribbon. Pull it out. It was a red ribbon or whatever. Again, the more you're not afraid of being wrong, the more you will be right, and it's okay to be wrong. And the more you do it, you will start seeing what red feels like, what green feels like, what this scent is. So practice these things, and I promise, wherever level you think you're at of your, even if you just want to call it intuition or a psychic ability, mediumship ability, I do believe we are all born with it. I believe I've been talking to the dead since I could talk. It just didn't get taught out of me. But in our modern, Western, non-mystical, non-magical world, everything is focused on our left brain logic. They took all the magic out of school. Even religion and spirituality is all very left brain. We have to bring it back, starting with imagination, starting with kids, and then starting with us. So magic is everywhere, you guys. Just sometimes have to open your third eye to see it. Practice. Let me know how it goes. And again, thank you, Henry, for letting me be a part of this fabulous thing.
Thanks, Patti, for all that wonderful information. That was really good. Now, guys, we're going to continue the fun and get to know a little more about Patti. For those of you who may not know everything about her, can you tell us a little bit about your work with Ghost Adventures and maybe your podcast, The Witching Hour?
Yes. Yes, I have been working with Zach and the guys on Ghost Adventures since 2015. Usually a couple episodes a season, so I think I just did my 14th or 15th. It's really fun because you never know where you're going, which I don't want to, but it's like jump on a plane or jump here and here's a rental car waiting for you or something. It's like, okay, I'm in the middle of, I don't know where. I actually have a new one coming out on the 18th. I thought I was going to get abducted by aliens. To heck with the ghosts and demons. It was so far out in Death Valley. And driving out there, I had realized I haven't seen another car in over an hour, and my GPS is going out and my phone went out. And then my Apple Music went out. I'm like, abduction, no one will know where I am. But it didn't happen, and we shot, and that one's going to air this next October 18th.
Oh,
so
cool.
In a week or so.
Just in time.
Yeah. I've also been working with the Ghost Finders, which is really fun. That's one of our Paraflix teams, my network Paraflix. So that's really fun. We just shot in Louisiana. We did stuff in Baton Rouge and in New Orleans, which was really fun. And my podcast is my baby. It's called The Witching Hour. I don't know, I think 2 or 3 years in, and I have amazing guests, experts in their field and the witchy world, paranormal world, spirituality of every sort. And so I get to learn something every week. So those are my main babies. I started my school 2 years ago, University Magicus. If anybody wants to learn more about developing their mediumship or clairvoyance or spell casting or paranormal investigation or hypnosis, astrology, tarot, we call ourselves a real life Hogwarts. I have 20 teachers now and from all over the world, and it's crazy affordable. We wanted to start it out that anybody can afford it, like $10 a month starting. So that's that. That's what I do. That and if you really want to know, my biggest thing I'm excited about, my new line of power panties. Yeah, power panties. I have been doing this thing for literally 20 years. And I live in Hollywood. I work with celebrities, and I can't tell you who because there's a thing called non-disclosure agreements. But I've always worked with color. And think about your underwear. That is your most intimate. You're putting it on those lower chakras. So I'll be working with somebody. It's like, oh, I'm trying out for the lead in this film. Okay, wear this color panties and picture this word. And I use sigils and symbols a lot. Sigils are, magical things, like a dollar sign is a sigil, a heart, a cross, anything else. And I've been doing it forever. So it's like, oh, you always have this color clean panties and that color clean. Well, now in the age of like being able to print on demand, I have launched them and they're doing really well. Patty's Power Panties. Literally, change your underwear, change your life. They come in many styles, boys and girls. Here's love in my little boy shorts, and the sigils on them, the symbols are powerful. Every pair comes with a spell that you do. Here's passion. You need more passion in your life? Wear passion panties. There's witch ones, my witch pride ones, getting into wealth and money and success and power. This is everything I've been doing for 20 years, but now everybody can have it. It's a simple little 30-second spell. Hold them in your hands. Picture your intent, because we know intent is everything. When you're putting them on, these 3 deep breaths, and you go out and conquer the world. So again, we have men's styles and women's styles. A lot of people are doing cute couples. It's great. And if anybody is interested, just for you guys, for Orange County Paracon people, just put code PATTI, P-A-T-T-I, and you get 25% off. So practically giving them away. It's on mysterycontrol.com. You can go get there from pattinegri.com, but if you go to mysterycontrol.com, you can see my power panties and also my spellcaster line, which is this kind of stuff in t-shirts and hoodies. I have a yoga line now. Everything comes with a spell. Everything is magically created. And like I said, change your underwear, change your life. Yeah, superheroes have magical underwear, right? So
very true.
Everybody should. So anyway, that's my whole pitch of everything.
Wow. What an amazing concept that is. And it's something that everybody can just do so easily.
Yeah, and one of the least expensive parts of your wardrobe. And there is magic, and you put it on every day and you go, you'll see.
Guys, she's truly magical. If you didn't know, I'm just confirming it for you. We all have these amazing ideas and fun things that we want to do, but where do you get the time? She's literally doing everything that she thinks about. So she's putting all this magic out into the world. You guys better go check her stuff out for sure.
Well, if they get the right panties, then they will too. Get power panties or success panties, or I've dragon panties, because I'm big on dragons. If you guys haven't figured dragon, put a dragon in your pants. Yeah.
You guys better hurry and get the ones you want, because I'm going to buy 100 pair of the money ones.
Somebody just, and again, every style, high top, low top, rise, bikini, thong, everything. And they're really nice, and they wear well and they wash well. Again, I never would have thought I was going to get into the underwear business, but there you go.
They're really cute, guys. I was checking them out, and I didn't realize she had the bikini style. Mm-hmm. They kind of seem like you can even wear them like a bikini bottom, the green ones.
Yeah. You could totally. I know a bunch of people have been wearing them on the outside. Again, and you can get matching t-shirts, and you could wear these for bathing suits. They're nice, heavy material. They're breathable. So it's so funny. I feel like I'm on QVC. I don't do QVC. Hi, but today only you're going to get it. But they work. They work.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. Let's try them out, guys. So all of you guys have been seeing this book here this whole time. Patti, can you tell us more about your book here?
Yeah, yes. It's called Old World Magic for the Modern World. It's been out a few years now, I think 3 years, and it's been a bestseller in 5 countries because it's super easy. What it actually is little simple life hacks to bring magic into every minute of your day. Like I was talking about before, those little exercises and things. But this is why you keep some salt in your bathroom for the toilet. What? Oh, you could release lots of things. How to stir your coffee, magical things and talking to the dead, magical things on balance, magical things on things to put in your food. It's super simple. It's super easy. And I'm going to give away a signed copy for somebody here at OC Paracon.
Exciting. Okay. For Patti's giveaway only this weekend, guys, for OC Paracon, the person who answers the next question correctly at the link below gets her book. Now, what element did Patti recommend could help you connect to spirits in your dreams? The person who answers correctly to the link below wins her book. Patti, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure meeting you and speaking with you. I'm really blown away by all your magic. She really exudes magical energy, you guys. So if you know her or don't know her, make sure you check everything out that she's been talking about. It's really exciting and really cool.
Thank you, Crystal. It's been a joy working and getting to know you too. Thank you all. Thank you.
OC Paracon 2023 is sponsored by Alien Soda Company for all things out of this world. Visit aliensodacompany.shop and use coupon code PERCEPTION at checkout for 10% off your order. CoffinCo.com, makers of coffin-shaped wireless phone chargers. Lay your phone to rest. Paralinked, the social networking site for paranormal enthusiasts by paranormal enthusiasts. Visit Paralink.com today. American Ghost Walks. Reserve your seat on the Hollywood Haunted Bus Tour today at AmericanGhostWalks.com. Psychic and trance medium and paranormal investigator Jade Foster. Book a reading with Jade Foster today. And AirPoint Heating and Air Conditioning. Get ready for fall and winter with their $69 furnace tune-up special. Visit airpointhvac.com.